my host mother is an HR manager, and her job is to ensure that people are worthy of working in the company that she works for. And this is interesting because I feel like she told me, oh, this is another special moment I had with her. She told me that she spent, I think it was a total of 80 hours looking for the suitable candidate. That's almost 2 weeks, going through profiles, and I'm sure she had a lot to go through, watch videos, read letters, motivational letters, decide, speak to her husband about it, and then, have like a short list and then interview people again. And so that was special for me when she told me how long it took for her to get this far to choose me. And I felt so special when she told me that she went through that process. So she knew, and she took the necessary steps that she had to take as an individual to ensure that she finds a suitable candidate, somebody who's down. I'd like to think myself as someone who's down to earth, mature, and has a genuine love for children. And these are the things that you discover about a person. If you are a parent who wants to host somebody in your family that you would need to go over, what is it that I'm looking for? And you need to be honest with yourself. The same with an au pair on the other side when they have an interview with the host family, or when they go through the host family's profile. You need to be honest with yourself. Like, you're spending a year with this person. Like, what do they like? What don't they like? Do they get sick a lot of the time? Do they not? Are they healthy? Are they not? And all these things. So when she told me about her process or her experience in looking for an au pair, the preparations that she went through, it really was enlightening. Once you have found that suitable au pair and you're okay with it, it's a piece of cake, because all you need to do is just discuss the schedule with the children and ensure that au pair is on point. And I'm sure if they present themselves as so, it'll be easy for everybody, because once you've gotten those things out the way, once you've gotten the schedule out the way, the expectations, the requirements out the way, once everybody's on the same page, basically, it makes it so much easier, to the extent that I find myself doing certain things, something as simple as packing the backpack before we go for an outdoor activity. Making sure that the grapes are there, or the snacks, the grapes or the fruits, any other fruit, or the vegetables are there, the water is there for the children, the diapers are there, the wipes are there. Something that she probably didn't ask me to do, but I did anyway. It means a lot to her. It means a lot to her. And that boils down to being part of the family, and also understanding that if I was in her position, I would want the same thing to be done for me. It would be nice to have somebody just do stuff out of the blue for you unexpectedly, Coming back home and Ilana's lunch is packed. Those small things, it really does, it does boil down to how the foundation is laid from the word go. So when you talk about expectations with your au pair, what you expect from your au pair and what your au pair expects from the family, communications, lines of communication needing to be open at all times. It really does make it a pleasure for both parties at the end of the day. So I'd say that if the host parent or the host family knows what they want and they are sure about it, the experience with the au pair would be so much easier. Because another thing, if you're paying for a nanny who needs to travel all the time, and you have to watch, you need to pay for gas, or there are all these other smaller things that are not paid attention to. Maybe the child waking up in the middle of the night because they're sick, and the au pair can go help that child in the middle of the night safe. If maybe the nanny that you have can't stay at home, but the au pair does. It just makes life so much easier, and you get to rest. And here's this person who's going out the way to spend time with your children and who cherishes your children. I found it to be rewarding for both parties, really, because when I'm off, they're like, go, Go to the city, enjoy, live your life, go for it. And if I want to stay, they're like, cool, do whatever you want. Take the laptop, go down to the basement if you want. Have fun, Tumelo, have fun, you know. And it's a give and take. It's a give and take. And people just need to know what they want at the end of the day. And they need to communicate. And they need to always just be there for each other. And that's what it boils down to. And that's why I would recommend that people have au pairs. It's such a personal experience and one worth cherishing, because it's also a cultural exchange, an in-house cultural exchange. And the children that I care for, they're also learning Hebrew. So it's English, Hebrew, Zulu. And it's so that I'm also learning Hebrew. This is so amazing, you know? Shalom. All these nice things that are coming into it, and it's phenomenal. And it's such a beautiful experience that I think can only be experienced through a program like this. You know, I'd say a program like this really allows for all these fruitful occurrences to happen in one's life. And I actually wish I started au pairing when I was 18. I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I wait for so long to have this beautiful experience, you know? But they do say that everything happens when it's supposed to happen. Everything has its time, you know? Everything happens when it is meant to happen at that specific time. And I am happy that I am mature enough to embrace everything, from the hugs in the morning to the kisses goodbye to good night, I love you at night. And the boys actually think that when they go to nap, it's nighttime. And that is so beautiful. So that when they wake up after 2-3 hours, they say, good morning, Tumelo. Or David would say, morning to mama. And it's a beautiful experience. And I don't think, you know, being a nanny anywhere else in the world would be the same. You know, I'm happy that it had to take being this far away from home to find a home away from home. And I think that anybody who has a genuine love for children, and anybody who has, as a host family or a host parent who has it within their capacity to host somebody and have this beautiful experience and exchange with somebody from another country, they should go for it. They should go for it. And doors open in ways that you cannot imagine, you know? And it's just so inspiring and worth writing poems about. And I look forward to the poetry that I'm yet to write on top of what I'm writing.